Today I'm going to show you another strategy using the open number line. We are going to be counting on to subtract. So sometimes this strategy is helpful for those who like to think about adding on to subtract. So you really need to visualize that part-whole chart in your brain. But the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up your paper so that it looks like my guided example right here. So you're going to want to grab paper, grab a pencil, and set up your paper like this if it's not done already. If it is done and you're ready to go, then I'm going to switch over my screen to look at our example for today. So my friends, we are going to be adding on to subtract. Again, sometimes this strategy is very helpful. Sometimes it's not the most useful to you. So we're going to show you it today, and then you can decide, do you like this strategy? Is it something that's going to be useful to you? Or do you like the other way I showed you better from yesterday? It's up to you. So let's look at this green guided example at the top. Find 482 minus 247. Now notice they started with the littler number. They started with 247. Right here, and they added on, and this girl over here is saying add up from 247 the number that you are subtracting, and you're going to stop at 482. So you're actually going to add up to find the difference. So you have to think of it in your brain like this visual, this part-whole chart right over here, where you can add up the two parts to get the whole. So we can start at a part and add on to get the total. Or you can do whole minus a part equals the other part, which is most common, I would say. So basically, they're just adding on until they get that whole number. So they're adding on 100. They get 347. They're saying, oh, that's still not 482. Let's add on another 100. They add on another 100, and they get 447. They're like, oh, that's not 482, but I can't add on another 100 because then that would be 547, and that wouldn't make sense. So then they start adding on tens. They do plus 10, 457, plus another 10, 467, plus another 10, 477. Then they say to themselves, if I were to add on another 10, that would be 487. That would be too high. So let's start adding on ones. They make a friendly 10 first by adding on 3 to get 480. Then they add on 2 to get 482. Then what you're going to want to do is add up all the jumps that you did. And they do that right here. And that's your missing part. So you can do this in two ways. You can do 482 minus 247 on the open number line, or you can start with your part, 247, add on till you get the whole. And they say also you can check your work too by adding. So you can add up the two parts. 235 plus 247 does equal your whole. So I put this visual of the part-whole chart just to keep us in check and make sure we're thinking about subtraction in terms of also a way to check subtraction is by adding. So you should be getting both of your parts adding up to your whole when all is said and done. They give us this visual part, whole. Whole, part. They give us the circles, whole. One piece is the part, the other piece is the part. The whole is the whole of the blocks. One part is purple, one part is blue. Addition, part plus part equals whole. Subtraction, whole minus a part equals a part. So this is important to keep in mind, this relationship between addition and subtraction. I'm going to show you the new way first, and then I'm going to show you a repeat from yesterday in case you prefer yesterday's way better. So we're going to start on our open number line, but we're going to start at our part this time, our smaller number, and we're going to add on, and we're going to stop at 821. So I'm going to start at 452. You're going to start there as well. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go little jumps this time. So I'm going to add on 100. And I get 552. Well, I can still keep going. I'm going to add on another 100. I'm going to get 652. Well, I can keep on going. I'm going to get another 100. Now I'm at 752. Okay, I'm still under 821. If I were to add on another 100, I would get 852. 852 is higher than 821, so I'm going to start my jumps of 10 now. Let's jump in a different color. You're going to keep your same color, but just to help you, I'm going to do a different color. Plus 10 equals 762. I can keep going. Plus another 10, 772. Okay, I'm still under. I'm gonna do another one. Plus 10 equals 782. I'm gonna run out of room, so I'm actually gonna take away this ending, and I'm just gonna make it go on a little bit longer. Okay, well, I'm still under. I'm gonna do another drip of 10. 792. Excellent. If I were to do another jump of 10, I would be adding 1 plus 9, which equals a 0 in the tens place. I'm moving into the next 100 though, because that's a group of 100 now. So I changed tens place and hundreds place. Okay. You know what? I think I can go another jump of 10. That changes the number now to 800. 10 in the tens place. Awesome. Now I know if I were to add on another 10, I would get 822. And that would be one higher than what I need. So instead of doing that jump of 10, I'm actually just going to go one less. And I'm going to do a jump of 9. Okay? Now, I'm going to add up all that I jumped. A 100, 200, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and in my ones place, just 9. Now I can write it as an addition sentence as well and check my work. 452 plus, when I add on this mystery number, 369, I do end up with 821. If you like this way, you can check your work by then doing this addition in your brain. I know 9 plus 2 equals 11. I put 1 down below. I can carry the 1, so I can do the math in my head just to quickly check, or I can do it off to the side, maybe over here, just to check. 452 plus 369. This is just me showing you that you can check your work. 9 plus 2 equals 11. 6 plus 5 equals 11. Plus 1 equals 12. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Plus 1 equals 8. So that is correct. Now, if you're like, Miss M, no, I do not like add on to subtract. Well, you're in luck, because I'm going to show you how to solve this problem using the strategy from yesterday. So we start at 821, and now we're just going to subtract 452, because that's my original problem. 821 minus 452. You can add on or subtract down. So let's subtract down now. 821 minus 400 equals 421. Now I need to subtract 50, but I'm actually going to make a friendly 10. First, I'm going to subtract 20, which gives me 401. And then I'm going to subtract 30, which is going to bring me into 371. Because 40 minus 3 equals 37. Do you see that? Good. Nothing's changed in my ones place. And then 450, just need to subtract 2 more. 71 minus 2 is 69. I'm still in my 300s, so my final answer is 369. You can also do your work like this. Notice how, to make it easier for myself, when I had to subtract and I knew I was going into a different hundreds place, I broke apart and I looked just at the hundreds and the tens, and I said 40 minus 3 equals 37, and I kept the ones place the same. That might help you as well when you're changing place value in the hundreds or the tens. So if this strategy is one that works for you, great, continue it from yesterday. If this is a strategy you prefer, adding on and stopping at your whole, great, awesome. But just keep in mind that part plus part equals whole minus part equals part. I know you're going to do fabulous work today. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and I hope that you're able to use one of these strategies in your practice today.